Hello ladies and welcome back. I am Faith and this is My Mature Style, and today I have my wig wish list. Now it used to be annual, but I haven't done one since 2022 when I did one with the Hearts of Cake 90 and Wheezy. But this year I decided to do another one because I just felt like it was time. On my list this year are a couple of things that I believe were still on my list in 2022. So I'm probably going to be always asking for these things. But this year I have a few things that are new. I've got 7 items that I want from wig makers, manufacturers. So that's who this is really targeted to. This is targeted to the Sensationals, the Outres, the human hair companies, whoever they are, Main Concept, everybody that you can think of. It's a Wig, Janet Collection. This is for all of these people. Because Shake and Go hair, I almost forgot about Shake and Go. Anyway, yeah, they haven't done anything. Well, no, actually they do have a couple of wigs out now I have seen recently. But anyway, so this list is mainly for the synthetic companies, but it also applies to the human hair companies. Okay, so let's get started. My number 1 wish on my list this year is more pre-plucked units. And I'm not talking about them plucking behind the hairline. Or keeping the part plucked properly. I'm talking about the very front of the line. You guys know, if you've watched me for a while, that I cannot stand a straight line in front of my units. I want that plucked so that it looks more natural. People's hairlines are not straight across like that. And granted, like I said, some of them do a good job plucking behind that hairline, but then they still keep that straight line across. No. It would save me so much time and effort if that front line was already plucked. So you synthetic manufacturers, please pluck those units, because to me it's going to save you hair. If you're not putting all that extra hair up there, I don't have to turn around and pluck it out. Because if I pluck it out, and you've seen people, even not just me. I mean, Body by Kira, well, she's the main person I can think of who really plucks her units. She ends up with a lot of hair, and she's just throwing it away. So what I'm saying to you guys, you manufacturers and wig makers, don't put that hair in there. Just pluck it. Watch their videos if you need to. Watch us and see what we do. See the results of what it looks like once it's plucked. And then make sure that you don't put that hair in there. Okay, let me get off that soapbox. So that's mine. That's my number 1. Pre-plucked units. The front line. Now, some human hair companies also need to hear this, although I am seeing that some of them are getting way better in terms of plucking that front line. But, you know, this is across the board, all of y'all. Please, give us more pre-plucked units. Okay, number 2, and this has always been on my list, more medium length wigs. I am seeing a new trend of these companies coming out with these wigs that are down below your butt line. I'm not wearing that, and it's not just because I'm an old woman. Unless your hair grows like that naturally, like you might remember that woman who used to dance on Soul Train. I think she was Asian. Beautiful hair. Her hair was way past her butt line, but that was her hair, okay? That was her real hair. We don't need you making wigs with the hair all the way down past the behind. Nobody's wearing that, okay? Nobody, okay? Alright, and I'm speaking in generalities, but I'm also being serious. There are very few people, I don't know anybody who wears hair like that. Some people might, but trust me. There aren't that many people that are going to wear a wig past their butt line. So please stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please stop it. Number 3. More levels of gray. You synthetic companies can take a lesson from Soul Lady Wigs. Soul Lady Wigs gives you 3 levels of gray. They give you a standard, they give you a medium, and they give you a dark. Please give us what Soul Lady Wigs gives us. Standard, a medium, and a dark, or whatever they call it. I think it's standard. I think it is standard, medium, dark, but I could be wrong. But I'll put the exact thing up here once I figure out what it actually is. But it's 3 levels of gray. And I love that you have the option at Soul Lady Wig to get 3 levels of gray. Please give us 3 levels of gray, human hair companies. And while I'm on the topic of human hair companies, please, human hair companies, would you please give us more gray wigs? These human hair companies will put gray off in a corner somewhere, and they're not really creating it. It would be really easy for you to just make the same wigs that you make for everybody else in terms of all those colors, even if it's a 1B or a 2. Throw a gray in there and let us have that same style in gray. There is no problem with you doing that. I don't see why you can't do that. And why the heck you think we want to look like Grandma Hattie, I don't know. But you're always giving us these ugly, short pixie wigs that don't even look like cute pixies. Okay, so stop it. Stop that. Stop that. Give us gray units just like the units you offer for everybody else, okay? Just give us gray. We will purchase them. We will purchase them. Trust, we will purchase them. You have got to stop giving us those ugly short units that we are not purchasing, okay? Okay? And I don't mean long. They can be shoulder length, they can be neck length, but they need to be better looking than the ones that you're giving us, okay? And don't relegate us off to the other side of the website. Give us gray in the same styles that you're given in the other colors, okay? All right. Next on my list is I really want more charcoal gray units. And I think I say this every year. Bobbi Boss had a gray unit called Luna back in the day. I think it was like 2018. And Luna was a beautiful charcoal gray. The problem with Luna, and I'm going to link my video that I did back in 2018 about that Luna unit, it was a weave a wig. And I swear, I have no freaking idea why they came up with the weave a wig, but that thing went out as fast as it came in. But that Luna unit was almost like this. It was almost like this style. And it was a dark gray, beautiful, beautiful wig. They never made it again. As many times as I begged them to remake that unit and not make it a weave a wig, they didn't listen. They need to do that again. But in general, we need charcoal gray. Charcoal gray is a great color for women who are transitioning from their regular hair to gray. You know, sometimes people need a little, you know, they need to take baby steps when it comes to gray. And having a charcoal gray can allow them to kind of ease into a lighter gray or the gray that happens to be growing in their own hair. Okay, and speaking of that, let me just give a shout out to Sensational, and I'm going to put up their Platinum Glow collection. Sensational knocked it out of the park this year when they came out with Platinum Glow, because they are giving us units, as you see this one right here, they're giving us units that start out with gray in the root and then go to their regular color, whatever it happened to be. So gray grows out like that, as one subscriber told me years ago. Dark rooting a gray wig is not really what we should be doing. I used to do that, so I apologize, but I used to dark root gray wigs. But they are creating some that have the gray coming out just a little bit, and then it gets darker into the gray. I mean, darker into their regular color. It's almost like it's really light gray, then it gets darker, then it goes back into black or brown or whatever the color was. I love that. That was genius. And people need that transition because it looks more like their hair. So shout out to you, Sensational, for that Platinum Glow collection. And thank you for trusting me with it by sending me the units that I could share with my subscribers, because they absolutely loved those units. Okay, I think I have I have two more things. No, I have three more things. More left side parts. Okay, I know some people are going to say, no, because there's too many left side parts. No, there are not too many left side parts. There are too many right side parts, in my opinion. This unit I have on is a right side part. And as I told you guys, if you are watching us do reviews and you see the part from your vantage point, it looks like it's on the left. It's really on the right, because if you stood behind us, then you would see where this part lies. This part is actually a right side part, even though from your vantage point it looks like it's on the left. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, I want more left side parts, and I don't care who knows it. I want more left side parts because I think I told you guys a long time ago, I had this little knot. I don't know if you ever seen this. Have you ever seen this little knot on my head? I have this little knot, and I'm not going to tell you how I got it, but I got this knot, which is really just like an outgrown bone, because I have a lot of extra calcium in my body. This is an outgrown bone, and it drives me crazy, and that's why I like left side parts, because it can cover up that bone on my head. I know that's real vain, but I'm just saying. That's why I love left side parts. But I mean, I'm wearing the right one. I love this wig, and I'll forego the covering up of my bone for this unit because I love this. So anyway, and for you guys who don't know, this is that Sensational Y part Kinky Blowout 20 that I had showed you guys in the 1B. This is it in M44. And I did another video about this unit in the gray, excuse me, on TikTok. And showed you that it looks different to me. And it does look a little different. This swoop bang looks a little different than the black one did. But I still love this unit, and so I just thought I'd say that. Okay, 2 more things. Next thing is gray box braids between 28 and 30 inches. I have not seen anyone put out gray box braids successfully. Now, as you guys know who watch my channel, I have done several reviews on gray box braids, all the way from neat and sleek down to the cheapest, you know, braids. And I'm still not satisfied with what I'm seeing, because I think the ones I got from Neat and Sleek weren't even gray. I don't even know if they made gray. But I have reviewed other companies that make gray over this past year or so, or maybe over the last couple of years. And I've just never been satisfied with the gray braids that I'm getting. The box braids that I got this last time, I think the first wig she sent me was brown lace, so I couldn't do anything with the brown lace. Even though I ordered HD, she sent me brown. So then she sent me another wig that was in HD, but the cap was too small. I would love to see that, whether it's synthetic or human. I would love to see a full lace gray box braid unit, 28 to 30 inches long, in 3 levels of gray, that's at least 22.5 inches in terms of circumference, because 22 is too small for me, and of course 23 is too big for me. But if they could make them in a range where they could offer you, because human hair companies usually offer you a range, they'll offer you 21.5 to 23 or something like that. If you could do that and give us the option of getting different head sizes, I think they'd sell. I know I'd buy them, because I really do want a nice gray braided unit, box braid unit, and I just have not been able to find one that I like. And I am not going to get my own hair braided, because number one, my hair is so fine it's hard for them to braid it, and they pull my braids out every time they do it, and it's like totally expensive. So yeah, so that's what I would like. I would like to have braids 28 to 30 inches, full lace box braids that are in 3 levels of gray. Not all together 3 levels, just offer either a light gray, a medium gray, or a dark gray that you can get. Okay, and my last wish, and this is a wish that I've always had on my list, my last wish is, please, when you are putting out these units, make gray a standard. You do 1, 1B, 2, then you go to 613, and then all these other colors. Why don't you go 1, 1B, 2, 34, all these other colors, and then put 613 at the end? Because, I mean, honestly, when I go to the beauty supply store, you know what's always in the sale bin? 613. Whether it's bundles, or whether it's half wigs, whether it's braids, whether it's regular wigs, those 613s always end up in the sale bin. And that should tell you something. So why don't you just get rid of the 613 or put it at the end of your list? Give me a 1, a 1B, a 2, a 34, or some other kind of gray. 34 works for me. And then go to your specialty colors. Because if you made gray a standard, which I have been asking for not only synthetic companies but human hair companies, if you make gray a standard, synthetic makers, that gives us more options to choose from in terms of the types of wigs that we get. Now I must say that Outre has done an excellent job with that, and I've said that over the years, especially over the last couple of years. And when they came out with those niches that had the different levels of gray, I praised them for that. And I want them to continue doing that. And I do see that they are starting to rotate that 34 in there with their other wigs, because I can go on Outre's website and I will see, you know, they'll show you the new wig that came out and they'll show you the colors. And I see occasionally that they throw a 34 in there. And that makes me so happy, because I'm going to buy that 34. I'm just going to do it because I love 34. That's a great color for me. That's the color that my hair grows in. But I also would like them to offer other grays like they used to do with those niches. They would offer you different kinds of gray. They had like a midnight gray, and they had some kind of a twilight gray, and they had a bunch of grays. I think they do it more for their half units than they do for their full units, but yeah. So ladies, those are my 7 wishes for my wig wish list this year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not already done so. and watch the videos that you're seeing now if you like this one, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.